Yes, my friends, unfortunately we lost the Super Bowl this year. Although we know that in life we will always go through ups and downs, victories and defeats, we end up getting used to the good side of winning. But that's okay, we'll dedicate ourselves next season and we'll be Super Bowl champions again. Now, I want to hear from you. If you believe we'll go to the Super Bowl next season, hit the like button. If possible, write something like this: "The Chiefs live in my heart." Also comment on what were the biggest mistakes the Chiefs made in yesterday's game. Now, we need to talk about something very important. The Kansas City Chiefs came into the big game looking to cement their dynasty with a historic three-peat. But instead of another legendary Mahomes comeback, we saw something that seemed completely out of character. This team looked overwhelmed from the start. At halftime, the Chiefs trailed 24-0. Mahomes, usually the magic man on the field, had just 33 passing yards and 2 interceptions. The offense couldn't find a rhythm, and the defense couldn't slow down Jalen Hurts and the Eagles' relentless offense. We've seen the Chiefs start slowly before, but this time there was no miracle in the second half. The Eagles dominated every phase of the game, and by the time Kansas City finally got on the scoreboard, the outcome was already decided. The final score? 40-22, with Philadelphia celebrating under the bright lights of New Orleans while the Chiefs were left wondering what went wrong. So what happened? Longtime sports writer and Missouri Sports Hall of Famer Frank Bowles shared his thoughts, and while he acknowledges that this loss stings, he's far from sounding the alarm. If you remember Tom Brady's run with the Patriots, it was 6 Super Bowls in 20 years, Bowles said. Patrick Mahomes has won 3 in a very short period of time. It's hard to remember a time when our offensive line struggled so much. It was reminiscent of that upset loss to the Buccaneers in Super Bowl 55. The Eagles brought the heat from start to finish, and unfortunately, Andy Reid's game plan just couldn't find a way to stop him. But let's talk about the bright spot, Tershawn Wharton. If there was one Chiefs player who showed up and delivered, it was him. Wharton was everywhere on the field, doing his part to contain Eagles star running back Saquon Barkley. And he wasn't just defending the run, he was able to pressure Jalen Hurts multiple times throughout the game. Wharton's performance was a reminder of just how valuable he is to this defense. After a breakout season, he's now in position to command a big contract in free agency. And honestly, he deserved it. The Chiefs can't afford to let a player of his caliber walk away. We need that kind of energy and presence on the defensive front if we want to bounce back stronger next season. The question now is whether the Chiefs front office sees Wharton as part of their long-term plans. Based on what we saw in the Super Bowl, I think it's obvious. His ability to disrupt opponents' backfields and support our pass rush makes him a key player for the future. What do you think, Chiefs fans? Should the front office do whatever it takes to keep Wharton on the roster? Patrick Mahomes just opened up about Travis Kelce's future with the team, and his comments have everyone talking. Following the team's tough Super Bowl 59 loss to the Philadelphia Eagles, speculation has been swirling about whether Travis Kelce will return for another season. Mahomes, ever the leader, had some blunt words when asked about Kelce's potential retirement. "I'm going to let Travis make that decision for himself," Mahomes said. "He's given so much to this team and the NFL, and he's been a joy not only for me to work with, but for people to watch." It's clear Mahomes thinks highly of Kelce, calling him the first Hall of Famer and saying he's done enough to be a gold jacket guy. But Mahomes also acknowledged that returning for another season would be a grind. It's a grind to go out there and play 20 games, whatever it is, and get to the Super Bowl. Despite the challenges, Mahomes believes Kelce still has the fire to compete, saying, "I know he still loves the game. He's going to spend some time with his family and make that decision on his own, but he knows he'll come back here with open arms." Kelce, who just wrapped up a remarkable season despite a disappointing Super Bowl loss, has been in the spotlight for more than just football. His high-profile relationship with Taylor Swift and ventures into acting and television have fueled rumors of retirement. But Kelce denied that Swift is pressuring him to step away from the game. In January, he said, "She's totally encouraging me to enjoy playing this game. She loves coming to Arrowhead and cheering me on, so I have all the support in the world to keep chasing those dreams." It's hard to imagine the Chiefs without Kelsey, who has been a cornerstone of the team's success alongside Mahomes. But as Mahomes pointed out, it's up to Kelsey to decide if he wants to keep working hard for another season. So, Chiefs fans, what do you think? Is Travis Kelsey returning for another season with the Chiefs, or is this the end of an incredible era? Mahomes didn't hold back when speaking to the media after the game. The quarterback, known for his poise and leadership, took full responsibility for the loss. "I feel like our team played really well. I just didn't play up to my standards. There are things I need to improve on, and they showed up today on the biggest stage," Mahomes admitted. It was a brutal game for Mahomes, who had 3 turnovers at critical moments. The first came on a forced throw that was intercepted and returned for a touchdown by Cooper DeJean. Later, with the Chiefs cornered, Zach Bond made a spectacular play, grabbing another interception. To cap off a frustrating night, Mahomes was tackled by Milton Williams, resulting in a fumble. By the time the Eagles pulled their starters, the game was already out of reach. Only then did Mahomes find some rhythm, connecting on a few passes that helped pad his stats. He finished with 21 completions on 32 attempts for 257 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. It wasn't the performance we'd expect from the 2-time MVP. The Eagles' defense deserves credit for the win. They didn't blitz once, but they still managed to generate relentless pressure on Mahomes, taking him down 6 times and creating 16 pressures. At one point, the Eagles had an impressive 52.4% pressure rate using only a 4-man rush. Mahomes acknowledged their dominance, saying, "Credit to the Eagles, they outplayed us from start to finish. We didn't start the way we wanted to. Obviously, turnovers hurt. I just have to take full responsibility for that. Those early mistakes changed the flow of the game." Despite the disappointment, Mahomes remains focused on improving during the offseason. "I'm going to find a way to combat what defenses are doing to me, whether it's dealing with the pass rush or the different coverages they're using," he vowed. Now, Chiefs fans, we want to hear from you. What do you guys think about Mahomes taking the blame for the loss? Do you think the Chiefs can bounce back stronger next season? Let us know in the comments below. And before you go, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for the latest Chiefs news. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.